Yeah, my name is Olivier Rivard. I'm from Montreal, like Matt told us. I'm the CTO and co-founder of DataIntell. It's a storage analytics solution. And I've been starting development of that solution 6 years ago. And now I'm a product owner of the software, and I'm handling all the development teams and managing the teams to develop the product. So, just gonna log in first. So DataIntell started while I was doing professional services in media and entertainment industry for some organization, VFX studios, post-production studios. And we start noticing that storage infrastructure were growing very quickly, and data started to spread in different locations, multiple NASs, multiple SANs, cloud storage. So it was getting complex to manage all that data growth. And there was no solution to handle all that data growth. So we decided to implement a solution called DataIntell. Our objective was to simplify a complex challenge where any types of user could leverage data and understand the impact of data in the infrastructure. So whether it's a technical person or a non-technical person. The challenge in media and entertainment organization is that people that own the data and know what need to be deleted or archived are non-technical, and people that has to maintain the storage infrastructure and make sure we have enough storage space are the ones that know how to manage an infrastructure. So the concept was to start by looking at the different questions people were asking themselves while managing this infrastructure, like how much data is cold, what are the duplicate data in the different locations, how much a project is taking space in the infrastructure. That was all questions that people were asking, and there was no answer for them. We designed the platform to be used by advanced users or used by a simple process for non-technical users. So everything is designed to be usable by two types of user. For example, so this is the dashboard, and the way the application works is we scan the infrastructure. So we index metadata of the file, so name, path, extension, size, access date, modified date, and we put that in a database, and we do that at least usually once a day. And that way we can manage multi-petabyte infrastructure with that kind of dashboard. To give you an example of what we can do is give you information about the specific storage, what was removed in the last 30 days, what are the cold data in my infrastructure. Right now, 58 terabytes. Everything is clickable, so it has to be user-friendly, and we wanted to bring an easy approach to understanding data. So for example, I want to learn more about cold data. I click, and this will bring you a list of all the cold data in my infrastructure. This is based on access dates of the files. If I look at the specific storage, there's always two ways to look at analytics about storage. There's always the simple way where you can look at charts and what's happening in the infrastructure. So I can tell you that on that specific storage here, data is growing and is reducing across time, and I can give you low peak and high peak of usage. But there's also always an advanced way to understand data growth and data changes in the infrastructure. For example, if I want to be more advanced and understand where data is growing, I can just start drilling down my folder tree structure and see what change in which folder are growing. So there's always an easy way and an advanced way to do everything in the platform. The other concept we looked for was being able to search for files, so a single pane of glass for all your data. What we've seen is there's a lot of solution that gives you a way to search for, could be files in my case, but it could be logs in in a centralized log engine. But it's always a list of files, and you need to know how to do specific queries. So either having advanced filter search panel or typing keywords. It could be complex for non-technical people to get results about your data and your files in the infrastructure. That's why we built a visual representation of the data. With that visual representation, you can build your own filter without having to know how to do any queries to filter files result. For example, here in my infrastructure, I can tell you that we have 45 terabytes of data that was last accessed in 2022. And you want to go granular on that, you just click. Every chart is clickable, so I can drill down and pick only the MOV in my infrastructure that are located on the NAS. And that way I'm building my own filter without needing to understand how to build a search query, and you have a list of all the files that fits that search query. So the concept was to be able to help all types of users in the infrastructure, and we think that with a visual and clickable representation of your data, it's a lot easier to take rational decision, whether you are a person that is maintaining the infrastructure or the person that approves budget for an organization. So yeah, thank you. If you have any question.
Thanks for agreeing to just jump up and do a quick demo. But the cool thing about this is that because data is everywhere these days, cloud buckets, people are in the film industry making proxies and putting them everywhere, but people have files everywhere on every cloud system. And so being able to point this to, for example, to all your data buckets everywhere, then you can see that the project is in 15 places. And for me, with archive, and we love ArchiWare P5, like the archive system, being able to know that something's in the archive on tape, as well as on 5 different other systems in the cloud everywhere, that really helps to bring it together. And when I find it and go, oh, it's in 5 different places, it's in the archive, it's in the cloud, it's we got it safe or not, So thank you so much.